The thing.
Huh?
How little is the thing?
I don't
Very
get,
little.
listen, man. It's not this. You don't get an answer to that, Duncan.
Well,
How's that?
it's a simple, honest question. You guys said we're going to do a little thing. I just asked how little is the thing.
I don't want you to
Look at
get
Lars
hurt.
like they're conducting. I like it. Lars is directing, conducting. Being a producer. And now, oh my God, there's a shock and awe.
Is there
There's now
whispering?
shock
There
and
should
awe.
not be no whispering.
What should I do? What am I doing wrong? And I said, you're 55-year-old broken dick fat man.
Oh my God.
That's what you're doing wrong.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at you guys. Share. Come on, share.
No, it's just a funny story about when I couldn't get an erection.
Nice. You know what? There you go. Enjoy.
An hour ago,
Have
you
fun.
All right.
Karen, you got any funny stories about not getting an erection? I'm sure they're amazing.
Sup, Ronnie? No, there's no issues with that.
Got
Thank you.
plenty of them.
Oh my God. Is this going to be that kind of show tonight, Carrie? Is it going to be that kind of show?
Listen,
About to.
it's
I mean,
too
I
hard.
don't know.
It's that conversation is just too hard to talk about, Duncan.
I'm scared now.
Too hard.
Too hard to talk about. I like that.
It takes him a while. It takes Duncan a little bit. It'll catch up to him. It's like a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
Your mother's watching, Duncan.
I know.
Cortez, my man, happy birthday.
Cortez, what's going on, brother? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What's going on, Big D, my man? Daryl Iverson, love you, brother. Good to see you. Ronnie, what's going on? Ronnie, honestly, I did not have anything to do with that conversation. That was
You were just dragged into it. You were just.
I was dragged into it. I was not happy about it.
Kicking and screaming. You were like, no, leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
I was, man. Frank, what's going on?
Here, let me put the comments on so you guys can see what the comments are. Right.
So we got a full house tonight. We got some fresh new faces.
Should I tell the story? Do you guys want me to tell that story? I'm not going to tell you who it was with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you couldn't get an erection.
Okay, so listen, this is the funny part. So I had some dental work done. I was with this girl, and I was taking antibiotics and
Dental
other
work.
stuff.
Oh my
I
God.
tell her not to come over for the weekend because I can't give her oral sex because my mouth's all messed up, and I have
Notice Carrie and I
surgery
just
and I have
went for the drink at
stitches.
the same time.
Right. So she just comes anyways, hangs out, and she's like going down on me, and I cannot get erection. It's going on for about 15 minutes. And then she's like, Lars, what can I do to please you? What can I do to make it better? And what am I doing wrong? And I said, you're fucking a 55-year-old fat broken dick man. That's what you're doing wrong.
Jesus Christ, Lord.
Yep.
And
Cortez. Look at that. Oh my God, Cortez, you're a beast, my man. I love
Oh my
Cortez.
God.
Dude.
I love
Gotta
him.
lick it before you stick it.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God, my man Cortez. Just tell it like it is, bro. Just tell it like it is.
I'll tell you what, man. This is that show, man. This is that show. Wow.
This is that show.
I don't even know. I feel like I stepped into the wrong one.
Yeah, I
And
don't know, man.
this is Liz, and this is Sarah. And right before the show, I was teaching Sarah guitar and drums. She's doing great.
And what were you teaching Liz?
We're just hanging.
Oh,
Hey.
Hanging.
What's wrong with that?
was
What's going
not
on, Pawpaw?
my dad hop
Yeah, I
on?
just jumped on.
All right, keep the dirty talk down. My dad's here. What's up, Paul? Good to see you. And ladies, Dad, we got two lovely
So
young ladies.
My mom is okay. Everything is a free for all. It's my mom.
Yes, Daryl says the look on Sarah's face is, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, that's probably it, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, you know what? Let's get the show kicked off with a little bit of an intro, some music. So sit back, enjoy. It's the Stogie Road Show. Hola, brothers and sisters of the Leaf, and welcome. It's the Stogie Road Diaries. I'm here with my man, Lars and Duncan Ramon. It's your buddy! And our two special lovely guests, Liz and Sarah. As you can see, we are sitting here on a lovely Thursday night. We got daylight savings time, so it's actually bright, and it's very, very, very beautiful out. How's everybody doing?
Really good.
Great.
Eh.
Wow, Duncan, that's just really. That's how you're gonna.
It's just
We
one
just
episode.
dropped 6 viewers, Duncan. Get some more energy.
I don't know. The pre-show was exciting, you know, and I'm thinking, what do we go into now? What's
Yeah,
gonna be
dude, recapture the
pre-show
moment,
was
man. Capture that lightning, Duncan. Capture that lightning. Don't be a slacker.
Just write it out. Capture the lightning and write it out.
Yeah. We're going to be working. This is my little crew that we're going to be working on some live touring stuff, little shows that we're going to be starting to set up after this pandemic simmers down. It'll be a lot of fun.
My dad says, Lars, your garlic powder in his coleslaw was fantastic.
Thank you so much, Anthony. You're awesome.
I'm telling you, what the two people I look to when they compliment things is big time. Is Jennifer, my fiance? When she says this is good, it's good. So when she says spices are good, it's good. My dad, he's another one too. He is it's tough. So when he got the spices, he was like, "These are fantastic. I appreciate them." So I said, "Well,
listen, Lars,
they're
on
awesome."
fried chicken, that Cadiz adobo, a little light sprinkling just fresh out of the fryer.
Isn't that amazing?
It's just phenomenal. We did that last night. Jonathan and I, we were cooking here. Well, he was cooking because he's the cook. He's the best. And he said,
"See, you weren't
"Try
cooking
this."
anything, Duncan. Stop
No,
it."
I just run to the kitchen and say, "I got stuff in the oven." Doesn't mean I'm cooking. It just means, I got stuff in the oven.
You're a timekeeper.
That's all I am. But he did these really great little chicken legs, fried, man. And he did a little light dusting of that Cadiz adobo on top. And I'll tell you what, man, that was exciting, just tasty, and just, oh my God, it was just really, really good stuff. So thank you. We love your spices. So there you go.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Oh man.
And that's like a real adobo, like from Spain. That's like made originally. It was for so when you aged beef or dried meats like pork or beef or lamb, whatever, it had antibacterial properties to it.
Nice.
So it wouldn't get bacteria and get moldy and get spoiled and all that.
So now every
And
time I think about spicy beef, I'm gonna think about you. Yes.
thank you,
That's it
baby.
right there, baby, right there.
Thank you.
Spicy beef, Lars Teetons.
That's right, baby. You know it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You see in the beginning, if you want to, pick up some of these spices, go to the VSRCigarFam.com. We're selling them. We have cigars as well. I have some front lines. I have the Amendola core line of cigars, the Natural, the Cremosa, and the Matura. I got the We Are the Muscle sampler pack. Jeffrey's actually going to be on Cigar Coop show tonight at 10 o'clock. So hop on, buy cigars, buy some spices. VSRCigarFam.com. I'm telling you. You got to hop on.
Shout out to Don Williams. He's watching right now. Don Williams, great guy. He is with AJ Fernandez. So what's going on, Don?
Hey, Don, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
So Frank wants to know when Lars is coming to Chi-Town.
Oh, I would love to come there soon. I haven't been there for now a couple of years. It's been since 2019. But I will be back, and we're probably going to be doing some shows out there.
Fantastic. Cortez, listen, bro. Buzz me or go to the website, vsrcigarfam.com. That's where the spices are. And we're soon going to have a Stogie Road spice and it's like a barbecue hot sauce as well.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, Cortez, right now we just have the 3 spices. We have the spicy sea salt. We have the sweet honey sweet honey garlic. And we have the adobo. But we're going to have more coming up. We've actually had a few people reach out and buy some, and we've been getting great compliments and great feedback. So,
and they're putting it online, the pictures, which I love.
yeah.
Those pictures are beautiful.
thank you. I purposely did not put myself in the picture to keep it beautiful. But the
Real quick, also, I don't know if you guys know this about Cortez, but I'm going to give him a massive shout out. Cortez changed his life over the past few years completely. When the first time that Kerry and I met him, he was rather a big guy, and he did it one day, man. He said, "I'm gonna just change everything."
He changed the lifestyle.
Him and his wife, they look stunning. What a great dynamic team, They lost the weight, and he's right. He's a phenomenal cook. He showed us the entire trajectory over a year of what he was doing to eat better and cook better and whatnot. So Cortez, and not only congratulations on that, but again, a happy birthday to you, brother. We love you.
Yeah, it's amazing because it was a lifestyle. Everybody does these diets to get to lose weight, to do this. And Cortez, I remember when he first started walking out at the track, and he'd do a live video. And he's like, "Come out and walk with me. Anybody wants to come out here? Come out and walk with me." And it's just amazing to see that transformation, man. I'm proud of him. And I love watching him cook too. I'll be scrolling through I'll be like, "Oh, Cortez is cooking." Boom, I'll hit that. I want to watch that a little bit. It's good.
And his stuff looks really good. It's not like he's cooking like these wishy-washy little meals. No. He's doing crab boils. He's doing some amazing stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, "Wow, man."
Yes. Do it, baby. Do it. I got you, baby. Go ahead, I'm holding you.
No, I mean, you gotta get it up there.
Okay, well, you pull her legs up and I'll hold her back up.
Yeah, last time I heard that.
Nice. There you go.
You hold her legs up and you put her back up.
Raise your legs. There you go.
Sweet Mary, Mother of God.
That's
Good,
open
man,
to interpretation, by the way. That is open to interpretation.
But yeah, Cortez, check out vsrcigarfam.com. I'm gonna post it in the comments if I can, and check out the spices. Anybody, I'm selling a sampler, one of each spice, or if you like, for me, I really love that spicy sea salt. You could buy a 3-pack of it as well. It's a great deal. It's good quality spices.
It's incredible.
Not as spicy as the sauce from what I can tell, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Duncan?
Tell you what, man, I just got an invite, and I think I was telling you before the show started. What was it? I think it was early fall last year when you came up here, and we couldn't hook up because I was doing a really cool thing at the.
You went to a drag show, right?
Yeah, I was doing a drag show. I was wearing heels and everything. No, man, what's wrong with you? Listen, if your father was not watching, I'd say a few choice words.
I was trying to be nice because it was at the drag strip.
Yeah, but we got invited to go back this weekend, so I'm super stoked. I don't know much about cars and motorcycles and whatnot, but the two guys that do the show with Seamus and Mike, they are avid fans, very knowledgeable. And Seamus said, "Hey, dude, they're trying to reach you. Are you available this weekend?" And he's handling us, so we're gonna be there. Not Saturday, but I'll be there Sunday from 6 o'clock, I believe, until the swap meet / drag strip racing closes down. We're gonna have the Doña cigars out there. We're gonna have a couple of different things. We're taking the soaps that we are working with Southpaw Heavenly Farms, a wonderful Amish farm, all organic soap for guys and gals. We're gonna have that there, so really, really happy about it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I had a blast last year when I did that. So it's this Sunday at the Mooresville Drag Strip.
Sunday.
Sunday at the Mooresville Drag Strip.
More
Duncan does
at
drag. Maybe not. Maybe
Meet
not.
Duncan. He'll be at the drag strip.
And yeah, full on beard and high heels, baby.
Check out Duncan's cigars at the drag strip on Sunday.
Oh, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. I think I mentioned last time we got invited to come back to the Statesville Country Club. Great folks there. Because of COVID last year, everything got put on hold. They got 2 great events that are coming up this year, so we're going to be working with them as well. It's the guest. Let me see. It's called the members and guest event. It's the summer and the fall event. Looking forward to that. Really, really a lot of fun. So we got a couple of things coming up, man. I'm really looking forward to this year.
See you, Liz. Frank, I am not setting up a coupon code. Liz, nice meeting you. Take care.
Nice meeting y'all.
It's a pleasure, my love.
My kid's throwing up and you're talking coupons? I'll kill you.
Coupons. What's a coupon?
Don't you remember that from years ago's Jerky Boys?
No, man, I don't know.
You don't remember that?
Because I say it funny.
Sunday.
He says, you always say coupon. And I go, how the heck do you say it? Isn't it a coupon? He goes, no, man, it's coupon. I'm like, well, you say
Coupon, yeah.
You can go right onto my Lars Students Present.
Yeah, the,
It's live. Yeah.
gosh, what is it? I was in
Love you guys.
college. So we're talking about the early 90s when the Jerky Boys would make those crank calls and they
I know
had,
what you're
they're pretty,
talking about.
yeah. Yeah, that's the guy says, my kid's throwing up on the floor. You're talking coupons? What's up, Big Q Dog? Quincy's in the house.
What's up, Q? What's happening, Big Daddy?
I'll tell you what, last weekend I cleaned out the garage and I set up the Stogie Road rest stop pretty nice. Jennifer got this freaking incredible green carpet with leaves on. I mean, it is even better than before. Quincy, you've been here. You're welcome anytime. Big D, anytime you're coming over here, you guys are all welcome. Lars, when are you making a trip down to the Carolinas? That's my question.
Look, I really want to, and I want to do it soon.
See, actually,
I would
Lars,
love
on
to.
his way down, will swing by here and pick me up in his entourage.
Yeah, and we can all hang out together.
I don't know, man. Something tells me that when Lars travels, he is that guy with the entourage. Are you that guy, Lars?
Yes.
I knew it. See, I'm telling you, I knew it. He's got to have people and things are happening. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually pretty real.
Yeah,
I travel alone.
With an entourage at the airport too. It's called TSA. They see me and they give me a full entourage deal. Sir, you've been randomly selected for a check. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, random my ass.
Duncan gets a police escort from behind in
Police
Statesville.
Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
Yeah, that's funny, Quincy. You don't need to bring your own cup. See, Quincy came here to visit me one day, and I told him, I said, I'm working, right? I'm working, so I'm going to be on conference calls. You're more than welcome to come and hang out, smoke a cigar, have a drink. I said, I got some scotch. And Joseph, my son, was here, and I said, Joe, can you get Quincy a cup?
Love you guys.
And he came out with like a big freaking like a beer glass, like the real big ones. And I was like, okay. And I looked at Quincy and I thought, oh, well, he's got a bigger glass. He'll pour a little bit. And Quincy's just like, glug, 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 glug. It looked like a glass of apple juice.
Quincy, what the heck's wrong with you, man? Jeez,
Quincy said, you said pour yourself a cup and you gave me a big ass cup, so why not? I was like, I can't argue with that logic. He's absolutely right.
Gustavo, good to see you, man.
Gustavo! What's going on, bro?
God bless you. Hey, real quick, if I may, Kerry, just real quick. Muy buenas noches a todo el mundo. Bienvenidos al show de Care Viajante, Lars Steven, servidor Duncan Echeverría. Muchas gracias.
What's up, Dustin? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for hopping on. But yeah, Quincy came in here and poured himself a big old glass of scotch, and I thought, man, you'd have a good old. I actually was jealous. I would have liked to sit there. I would have liked to sit there with him, but I was working, and in between my calls.
Drive home?
Listen, man.
Did you have to call him an Uber?
I ain't call him an Uber. He's a big boy. He knows what he's doing. He's an
know,
adult.
And Gustavo.
Somewhat. Gustavo.
Man, dude, I'll tell you what, I can look back on. I remember the very first time I think I saw Quincy, tall, drink of water. You know, he's a good looking kid, man. He walked into Tobacco Plus.
Don't tell him.
And
I'll
I
make his
honestly,
head
at
bigger
first
than it
thought,
already
this
is.
guy's in the wrong place, man. You know, because one, you know, he does, well, this is 5 or 6 years ago. He looked a little bit young. And I said, look at this guy. He's trying to, like, play the part. You know, he's very stylishly dressed, all this stuff. And he starts, like, picking out some really damn good cigars. And I'm like, what do you know? And I said, man, do you know what you're picking out? And he's like, oh, yeah, dude. I love everything I got here, man. So I like Q-Dog is a good kid, man.
He shows up with a beard, right? Quincy's got a beard, bald head, shows up. Like Duncan said, you know, young, good-looking guy, of course, in your youth. And then he shaved his beard off, and I met him one time, and he walked up to me, and I was like,
look at the damn kid.
hey, fella, you need a ride to school? Are you lost?
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, dude.
Hey, Chris, Dady, what's up, my man? Listen, Chris, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. So if you're traveling up through, let me know. But yes, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. About 30 minutes from 30 minutes from Clemson, 40 minutes from Clemson. I was actually out in Clemson. I was picking up some desks last week because I got a new studio. I got a new desk here, so I'm happy about that.
That's nice.
Man, that's
And-
nice.
and I-
What,
and I-
like Johnny Carson now?
No, it was like the desks were cheapos, and I was like, I'll take two, and I'll just make mega desk, right? You know, I was like, this is perfect.
Mega Desk.
So
Wasn't that like a heavy metal group back in the days?
Megadeth, yeah.
There you go.
But I stopped in this little cigar shop that I stop in sometimes, right? Yes, I wouldn't shave it either, Quincy. He got asked
Hey,
to.
Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic, baby.
Quincy shaved his beard, and he was asked to 3 middle school dances, so he's definitely can't do that again. But I stopped in a cigar shop, and this is a shop that I stopped in before, and I found like a bunch of old Camacho, pre-Davidoff Camacho. But I walked in there. I did not find anything that day, but I found something that I found really interesting, Duncan. I didn't even know you did. There's a bundle called a Christoph Cuba.
It's a Cuban sandwich, as a matter of fact.
It is
It's a little bit on the older side
with
of things.
with a sweetened tip.
Yep. You're absolutely on point.
With a sweetened tip. I was completely like there.
Did he tell you how old it was? I mean, did you find out any info on when they had acquired it?
No, well, this place here, it's like you walk into the humidor and it looks like, you know, everything's dumped on the floor. It's a horrible,
Oh, God,
it's a hot
I
fucking
can't
mess.
stand that,
Yeah,
dude. That kills me.
but you can tell it's been there for a while.
I mean, they don't make that anymore. They haven't made that in a while.
Really, I was wondering about the age of that, but the cigar, I start smoking it. I'm not a big sweet tip guy, but I thought, okay, I was like, this isn't bad. And then after the first quarter, it went downhill real quick, and you know, I'll chalk that down to the condition it was kept. You know what I mean?
You know, that's a twofold thing. You said, you know, the condition. Obviously, that place, they don't know what they're doing. Two, it is a bit of a Cuban sandwich. So, you know, again, and not to, you know, either attack or defend Christoph. Christoph, I mean, I like it. I've always liked their brand. I think they're one of the solid underdogs out there. And
Yeah, it is.
But when you start out with a cigar that's not quite, you know, all that and is mistreated, you know, things will happen. But if you ever have a question, the main man, the right hand of God for Christoph is called Jared Trudeau, Vice President North America. He is the nicest kid ever. Absolutely a sublime individual to talk to. On Facebook, if you find him, man, take a picture, send it out to him. He'll tell you everything about that.
I got a pissed off Christoph for the ride that day. That's a great cigar.
But okay, you know what? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you hear that and when you saw it, the very first time I smoked it, I'm thinking full body, balls to the walls. This is that cigar. And what I came across is it's good flavor, it's intense, but to me, it's one of those that just did not hit the height of the name. That was
No,
just me.
I expected to have a little more bite, but I will tell you one thing. I thought it had a lot of nicotine in it. And obviously, I think if I would have smoked it a while back, I wouldn't be able to recall those things. But since it was recent, I felt it had a little bit of the flavor was good, but
Yeah, I
not
like
like
the
not like gonna kill you. But the nicotine was pretty was a
And I like
pretty
the
powerful
fact that
punch.
they did it in that smaller Vitola, that smaller size. I think that they kept it at just a one size or two sizes, but they're not like the standard big, matadors, which are those big
No, it was great. It
double
was a
barrels that they
perfect
do.
smoke,
So
perfect smoke home. It was a
yeah, I
perfect
liked
size
it. I
smoke
liked.
home,
I mean,
man.
it was not what I wanted when I heard the name the very
Yeah,
first time, but it was not a bad smoke.
I
Actually, I
can relate
smoked
to
it many
that.
times afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Lars, any experience on you heard the name and you said I'm gonna try it and it sort of just did not live up to the name. Has that happened to you? I'm sure it has.
Um,
I mean, you don't gotta name names, but
yeah. So I don't really like to talk trash on other cigar companies because love, unity,
Right.
Mhm.
helping everybody, and plus, not everybody likes the Big Mac. Some people like whatever that Angus burger thing they have come out.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, it may not be strong to Duncan or I, but maybe strong to somebody else or a little bit more powerful.
But I've smoked. But you know
But
what? The thing is that I think is even more different is because I've smoked sandwich cigars, and there are quite a number of them I actually really like that I thought were
yeah,
great.
no,
I've
I've had
even, I've
there's a lot.
smoked like the real cheap cigars coming from different places that were really, really good.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'm not really a cigar snob. I just like to have a cigar that meets my palate profile at that time, at that moment with
right.
whatever I'm doing.
I've had plenty of cigars that were the less expensive and were good. Um, as I said before, with this cigar, with the Cuba Duncan, the Cuban sandwich
Yeah.
you're talking about. I'm not a big sweetened tip guy, but I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, no problem. I didn't know it was going to be sweetened tip. It's not like you could taste test it in the humidor.
I'll say.
But
I'm a huge fan of a good. I'm a huge fan of a good bundle or a good.
Usually there are
as
cameras in the
cigar.
humidor.
I'm a diehard.
yeah, but you know,
I love
was
a
it?
cigar like that.
But you know what about that cigar that and I said it before is that I don't I don't blame the cigar because I understand the age of it that Duncan pointed out and the condition it was kept in. So if it behaves irregularly, I can't always chalk it down to the cigar itself. Just because if it's in a humidor that's not well kept, that's not the fault of the cigar maker. I thought the
Yeah,
first
that is also true, Kurt. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
and you can
Sometimes people
tell.
don't really take care of the cigars properly, and then it really does affect the smoke.
Well, it does. I mean, if you got something that's freaking, the humidification's up, down, hot, cold, or, it's just not well. It's like anything else. If you take good care of it, it'll take care of you. So,
I've literally walked into a humidor and it was like walking into a damn South American jungle, and I'm like, "What
yeah,
the heck is going
done
on
that
here,
too.
man?"
Yeah,
It's like you feel the impact of like this wet humidity, not that cool, nice, humid environment, but like wet humidity, and you're like, "Yeah, mold somewhere is happening here."
You're 100% right. That's a true story.
yeah, yeah. It could be pretty daunting when you walk in and you're like, "Fuck, it's really hot and it's really hot and humid in here." It's those cigars when I buy them. If I buy them, I usually will wipe them down, put them in a bag, and put them in a refrigerator for about 24 hours and keep them separated from my stuff just in case. I inspect them pretty closely, but I with the Christoph line, I like all their lines of cigars. I think it like you said, Duncan. They kind of popped a few years ago,
Yeah. I
And
still believe them to be a solid
they're
underdog brand.
very
I
solid
love them.
cigar. Very solid cigar.
I
Very
love
cigar.
them.
I mean,
They're,
I
I think
would.
they have a Sumatra that they do a Lancero format on it. It is stunning. It's really delicious.
I had
It's
sampler packs here for sale a while back that I got. I
yeah,
had a couple of sampler packs, and even I think you introduced me to Christoph back in the day,
yeah.
and a solid brand, definitely a solid brand.
All right, there we go. What's
There we go,
there you go.
Lars. What else you got going on, bro?
What do you
Last
got,
week
Lars?
you're reading movie scripts, you're jamming, you got U.S. tours.
Yeah, and training my boxer every day. He's going to become a world champion. He's a heavyweight. He's going to be amazing. He's going to be one of the most famous heavyweight fighters.
Really?
Yeah, he's amazing, amazing. So he almost hit 400 punches in a round. There were 3 rounds where he almost hit 400 punches per 3 minutes. And right now he's averaging at 16 rounds, 310 punches a round.
That's exhausting.
Bring him on the
man.
show one day, man. We'd love to be.
I will, 100%. I'll have him on.
Yeah, that I'll tell you what. It's my buddy and I years ago used to train at the gym,
Thank you, Frank.
and we used to do 3 minute rounds, and we had the punching bag, but then we had the gloves, and I gotta tell you, it's like when you're starting to punch and you're working it, and you're moving, and you're ducking, and you're doing your moves, and you're hitting, and your arms feel like they're 500 pounds, and you're like, how much time's left? They're like 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and you're like, 50 seconds just went by. What the hell? It's exhausting, man. It's one of the best cardio exercises that I've done.
You know what's funny
I've never
is
done that, but I think those boxers, man, they are truly amazing athletes. I respect them a lot, man.
when I started training him, he was only doing 79 punches per round on average, the first day of training. And when I told him that I wouldn't allow anything less than 280 to 300 punches per round at his weight, he was like, there's no way I can do more than 200, 250 punches per round. And now he's almost hitting 400.
How do you do that? How do you go from 80 to?
My training, man, I'm a very good boxing trainer. You guys will all see it when I bring him out.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Hey, listen, I'm 57 now.
that's
and-
code. That's code for I'm a prick.
Yeah.
When you're a bot.
No, I'm actually pretty nice. I know how to train people the right way to do it slowly and build them up naturally so they don't get hurt. And so it doesn't ever feel like they're straining themselves. At 57, I was still throwing around 300 punches per round when I was just training myself, just for my own self. Now I just found out I have like severe arthritis in my left shoulder, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so that kind of put a little damper on that. But
Well,
Yeah.
one of our guys, Seamus, he boxes and he picks up every now and then a few matches throughout the year. So he, again, when we have like something coming up good, like remember just not too long ago, I think it was Mike Tyson had that demonstration fight or whatever. We all were talking about it a lot, but he boxes. He also teaches mixed martial arts down in Mooresville. But we're going to be losing him in about 3 to 4 months because Seamus, and again, just putting this out there, he's also a Marine. He did 6 years in. Then he went and got into the reserves because he wanted to stay in. And now he's in the process of swapping from the Marines to go active duty in the Army. So I'm very, very proud of this kid. He's a
Wow,
great
is he
friend.
really?
that's awesome.
He's probably by the end of the summer, he will not be living in North Carolina. He might be headed down to Fort Bragg. He is going to be applying for a jump school and also airborne air assault. He wants to basically dedicate himself towards Special Operations Command. That's his dream. So Again, I think
Really?
he's still young. He's only 31. Still has a whole slew of years ahead of him to really do what he wants to do in the military. So I'm
Why did he
super proud
shift?
of
Why
calling
did
him
he
a
sh-
friend as well. So
Why did he shift from the Marines into the Army?
the thing about it is he really wanted to do something a little bit more proactive. When he was in the Marines, he never went out of the states. So this is now an opportunity for him to be able to maybe travel and do a little bit, in his own opinion and his own heart, he wants to do a little bit more for his country.
Got you.
So I salute that, and I really congratulate him on that dream. He's gonna pursue it. And I told him, you know what, man, nothing wrong with that. Go
We
for it,
did
man.
the cigar
Don't
event in
stop.
Myrtle Beach when they did the birthday for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Marines.
Yep.
Yeah, we
He's a
sold
good kid. I
cigars.
mean,
We actually, Seamus, we got connected, and Duncan and I went out to Myrtle Beach and sold cigars at a big Marine event where they were
it was the
celebrating.
second Expeditionary Marine Force celebration. I think it was a graduation
It was
or birthday or
it was the
something like that.
birthday. It was the
The birthday,
birthday. It was
yep,
the
yep,
Marine
yep, yep.
Corps birthday,
Yep. It was
and it was
awesome.
it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Excuse me. We had a real nice time.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, man. I respect anybody who wears the uniform. I think that they're all great kids.
Yeah, definitely. So what was for dinner tonight? Actually, I'm sorry. Let me reverse this. How did that pork shoulder turn out?
Oh yeah, Ross, that's
Incredible.
right. You were telling us.
That was incredible. I'm putting up another pork shoulder since that's all gone now. I'm going to be putting that up soon. Um, Tonight I have like a white fish and shrimp cat and cheese and cream sauce casseroles, little cauliflower, little mushrooms, and I had a salad that I made for those girls, like with pomegranates and raspberries and cucumbers and goat cheese and cranberries and all that kind of stuff,
Nice.
and a little balsamic and olive oil, really good olive oil. So, and some flatbread I made for them because I can't eat it. And then my engineer, who is not here now, but we were working on a recording that we were not for me, but for another artist. We were working on that most of the day. So that was like, it was a busy day today. I got a bunch of stuff done super early in the morning, and then all this other stuff.
That's fantastic, man. Yeah, I was curious how that pork shoulder came out because you were talking about all the.
Yeah, I gotta time it so that I have one that I can bring out like right. Well, I got to do one of these things with you when I do thing. Oh, by the way, I will work on the Broadleaf Bullies theme song
The theme song,
next
yes.
week.
Kevin Shahan is waiting with bated breath for that.
100%, I will be getting that done next week.
That'll be fantastic. That'll be fantastic.
And I'll have your I'll have your barbecue sauce and your seasoning next week.
Well, we got to get in touch with you. Last weekend, I felt bad because we are going to connect with you because Jennifer wants to talk about that coffee rub, and we started cleaning out the garage, and it just really turned into one of those. Oh, it shouldn't take very long, and then the next thing you know, you're like, I'm sitting here,
Oh my God.
like in a chair, with like my old desk by the garbage, and I'm just like, now what am I gonna do? And it just turned into a whole big thing. But we're definitely going to connect with you this weekend and talk about that coffee rub. We're trying to clean things out of here, and then I'm going to go over to the storage unit for a little bit. Because the one thing that's weird, moving here in South Carolina is nobody has it. Well, there are some, but mostly no basements. Even here in the upstate, where you're not below sea level like you are in Charleston, that nobody has basements. It's just still have basements. So when we look at our storage, it's so limited. So I got a storage unit right down the street from me. So we're compiling all of our old stuff, and we're gonna have a big yard sale over spring break, and try and really thin out to make a couple of bucks and thin out some of the stuff that we have.
Nice.
That's cool.
Only
It's
yard
always
sales selling
great to-
cigars.
It's a great feel to like get rid of stuff. I love that.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I mean, Like I said,
You
I'll
know
be
how
only.
much
I'll be.
better he's done since he got rid of me, man. It's like he's just boomed.
I sold you at the yard sale 2 years ago, Duncan. That's why.
Probably got a good price on that.
They did. They're like
Delicious.
$2. I'll give you
Slightly used Cuban.
$1.25.
Slightly used Cuban.
Slightly used Cuban for $3.
There you go.
I'll give you $1.50. Okay, sold. Do you have
Hey,
change for 50 cents?
tell you
No.
what, on the food thing, remember last week I ran out? Not for nothing. Listen, I'm sure y'all are great cooks, but I got to give mad props. My partner did that roast. And again, we used some of your seasonings in that. And you know what they say, when it's first done, you know, that first initial meal is tasty and delicious. Hey, pot roast the second day is, I think, even better, baby.
God.
I was like,
I agree with you 100%. That's
oh
true.
my God, he tore up the kitchen. It came out amazing. The aroma, just, you know, when it comes out fresh, I mean, it was delicious. But it just got better the next day. I was like, man, this stuff was just on a piece of bread and a little something. It is just murder.
Yeah, some things get better like that. Jennifer makes these chicken and dumplings and makes homemade dumplings, and it's like out of this world. And the next day, it is always 1,000 times better. And I put some of that spicy sea salt in that.
Oh,
Woo!
nice.
Lord, forget about it. Good night, Irene. I use some of the adobo sauce, the adobo seasoning. I got. We went to Island Grill and I got the black beans, rice, and pork, the traditional Cuban meal.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I put some of that on top. It's one of those. In my opinion, like when I put the spice on the spice didn't take to the forefront. It actually enhanced the flavor of the meal.
Yeah, that's what I try to do when I make spices, is really make it so that my spices don't take it over. Even my hot spices, try to make it so it doesn't take it over. It really just brings everything up a step.
Yeah, most definitely. I gotta tell you, I that was I think I told you before with the heart. What is it? The garlic honey love.
Yes, garlic sweet garlic love.
Sweet garlic love. Thank you. Sweet garlic. I don't know why I want to throw honey in there.
I don't know, but I like it.
Probably because I'm looking at Duncan. What's up, honey?
Hey,
sweet
honey.
garlic love.
Sweet kind of guy. What
I
can
call
tell you?
everybody
I'm like
honey
America's
and
sweetheart.
baby.
I'm like America's sweetheart.
But
man.
you know what though? When you use like Jennifer put that on steak, it's so subtle. Like my dad put it in coleslaw. I would never think to put it in coleslaw.
That's awesome.
But you put it in coleslaw.
Adobo is like a perfect sprinkle for almost anything. I'm gonna just say it like this. It's really, really good. Just a little pinch on almost a little bit of anything. It's got a way of just elevating the flavor profiles or giving it a different dimension and depth. I love that. Just as a little shake, a little sprinkle.
Little shake. Give it a little shake, Duncan.
A little shake, a little shake.
A little shake, baby.
Look at that.
Little Harlem shake.
There you-
So let me ask you guys this, since we're talking food and everything else, and tonight's show, most of the shows. I mean, we do have a theme for most of the shows, but I do like just having these just kind of chill, hang out. And I always tell people, if anybody wants to hop on and join us, just let me know. Send me your email through Cara Viajante, and I'll send you a link, and you can hop on with us, and we'll hang out. But without a storyline of mood, what music do you like listening to when you're smoking a cigar?
Oh man, if I say this, you guys are probably gonna think I'm completely insane. Maybe Lars may have heard of this guy. Heard of him? Back in the days, in the 90s, I went to a rave when they were called raves. Now they're called EDMs or whatever the hell they're called.
Yep.
And I paid $20, stood in line to listen to this guy. His name is DJ Icy. To this day, I think he's one of the godfathers of true EDM music that came from Europe to the United States. I also listened to Rabbit in the Moon. For me, it's the purest electronica. It transports me. And when I'm smoking a cigar, dude, or I'm working and smoking a cigar, it is awesomeness. There's just something about the bass beats. There's a lot of jungle. There's house. There's hard house. I mean, this guy was just a monster of mixing electronica when it was being introduced into the United States, and I never left it. Every now and then, I just go back and listen to that old stuff, and it is amazing.
What's up, Kev?
Just Robin S. was the queen of the nighttime clubs back in the days. La Bouche. I mean, so many great club people that just don't exist anymore. But every time a good cigar by myself, maybe the front porch. That's what I listen to. I love it.
Nice. Lars? You're a
this is
music
a
guy?
weird kind of thing, but because I don't really do that kind of music. I don't do that kind of music, but I love narco music from Sinaloa in Mexico.
Nice.
I love that
I know what
stuff.
you're talking about. I think it's kind of cool, man.
I listen to that all the time. It's like some of my favorite music.
Do you know what he's
What's-
talking about, Kerr?
Living large. No, I was just getting ready to ask you as I see people saying, hello, what's going on, guys? What is narco music?
It's like if you listen to it and you don't know Spanish, it sounds like romantic and beautiful and like love songs. Even the videos kind of look like love songs, but it's really about these brutal, like killing people and torturing people
Almost
and
like Mexican
robbing
cartel
drugs.
music.
Yeah, and
Think
drug
about it.
dealing, and that's exactly
You
what
see
it
that
is.
dichotomy? You see that weirdness?
Yep,
But I know
and
what he was
it's
talking about.
yep, but it's so good. The music's so good, and there's no other music where like there can be like how lead guitar players are like the big thing of like whatever, but the tubas and the tubas is like a big thing in this music, and accordions and stuff, and
Yep,
it's
yep, yep,
really
yep, yep.
cool. It's just it's great music. It's really
But
great.
you know who one of the fathers of that was Bronco. Back in the days, I think as early as the 80s and 90s, these guys, and they're like 15, 20 man standing bands. When you see
Some
them on
of them
stage,
are,
they're all
yes.
playing like a unique instrument, and I love them, dude.
Living
A
large.
lot of them got under the knife because their music was attacking some of the cartels, and they were also attacking other groups who were sponsored and promoted by the cartels. How crazy is that?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
pretty
Thank you, Dwayne.
My favorite music.
This sounds like Spanish polka. Well, except for the gunshots. That sounds like Spanish polka if there's a gun range next door.
I know. It's so good though. I love that music. That's the kind of music so whenever I have a choice just to listen to music, that's what I listen to.
No shit.
Yep, that's my main music.
That's fantastic. Actually, we get a lot of Spanish channels around here, and I'll play it because I do love the beat. I don't know what they're saying, but I do love the beat. I do love the music. And as you said, you may not understand what they're saying, but the lyrics is very melodic, and it's it sounds great. And I'll play it with the windows down, and no wonder people look at me. I'm probably playing like
listen,
that,
Terry, though.
and
If
they're just
you
like,
get
"Oh my
negative
gosh!"
feedback, switch immediately to Enrique Iglesias. It's a safe zone. I'm just saying, if you get some Mexicans telling you to take that crap off, put Enrique Iglesias real quick. Just saying.
Gotcha. I don't want to piss anybody off the wrong way. They'll be like, "Gringo?" I'll be like, "Oh, it sounds good. It's got a good. I can hear the accordion. What the hell? What do you mean? It's an accordion."
I know. I love that. I love it.
It's fantastic. I love the music. I think I do like that because I again when I go out I'll be switching around. I'm not a big radio guy, and I hit these stations. I'm like, boom! I got to listen to this. This is great.
Yeah,
So like
I love
on long
that.
trips, I listen to lots of when I'm on long trips. I listen to lots of talk radio or podcasting and stuff like that. But when I'm in the mood and I'm smoking a cigar and I just want to kind of chill, most of the time it's nothing as like when you guys are telling me what you like, I got to look it up because I really don't know what the hell it is. I mean, I guess I'm kind of an old fart in that way.
Frank,
Lars.
Frank, you're talking about his dad. Frank's talking about Julio Iglesias. I love that.
Julio
All the
Iglesias
girls
is
I
the
loved
man.
before.
Do all the
Wanna hear
girls
something really
I've loved
funny?
before.
Yeah, tell you what, man. That's
Julio-
my mom's That's my mom's shit right there. She loves Julio Iglesias.
Who in and out my
when I was in
door?
when I was in my early 20s, Julio Iglesias wanted to produce some music for me. And I don't know why I was stupid because I really should have let him, but I really thought that I didn't really understand it, but I thought it wasn't going to match with me. But his ideas were really cutting edge and very sharp. And you know that model who has the modeling agency, they had a whole show on her. Anyways, it was her twin sister that introduced us.
Well, here's the funny
Very
thing.
funny.
You know that he was never, from the onset, a singer. Julio Iglesias was a soccer player for Real Madrid when he was a young man in college.
Go!
And he suffered a very bad traumatic accident that left him almost paralyzed. They said he'd never play again, but he was able to, eventually come back and walk. But he liked music, he liked to sing, and he started getting involved in singing as a young man. And boom, dude, talk about a change of life and a change of pace. And
A little bit.
he became like I guess the heartthrob of all the Latinas all over the world, dude, and
Yeah,
non-Latinas.
he really was amazing. He really was such a talent.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I like listening to I do like listening to Hendrix.
Yeah, Hendrix is great.
I've always been a Hendrix fan since my brother
Gin?
introduced me
We're
to
talking about
him.
the gin.
Jimi Hendrix. I mean,
Oh.
since God, I think whatever it was, the early '70s, mid '70s. My brother, I listened to some of his stuff. I'm a classic rock guy. Hendrix, Zeppelin.
I loved Zeppelin back in the day. Their
Journey,
live stuff. I
Chicago,
wasn't so much
Heart.
into their recorded stuff, but I loved their live shows.
Incredible. I'll tell you what, the one thing I've really appreciated about Led Zeppelin was that they were just
Their
It was-
drummer was so amazing.
it
before
was
he died.
it was like the perfect storm of musicians. You had Jimmy Page, that you're a guitar player. I mean, when you hear the stuff he's playing, it sounds like he has 6 fingers. Like it sounds like he's got an extra finger with some of the stuff
Where?
he can play.
I actually, the also the Who. I don't really even like them recorded. I love though their live shows.
The Who's live. I saw them. I saw
Oh my
them
God, their
live.
stuff live was so amazing.
But see, the Who's an interesting, in contrast to Led Zeppelin, where you had Page, incredible guitarist. You had, Robert Plant, who wrote some of the most incredible lyrics. The Rain song
Yeah,
is
amazing.
literally my favorite song in the whole wide world. That thing that
Blame It on the Rain.
no, just called no. That would be that would be
That was awesome.
that would be what I listened to in the evenings when I smoke cigars.
Cyndi Lauper.
No, the Blame It on the Rain. Yeah, yeah.
Who did
You gotta
that?
do
Madonna?
something. I don't know who sings that.
That was
But
Madonna.
but the Rain song is one of the, I mean, people say that one of the best instrumental songs they've ever done and most complicated was Stairway to Heaven. The Rain song that is just a freaking beautiful piece.
Amazing song.
Everything
Amazing
and the
song.
lyrics are incredible. And you had John Bonham, which as drummers go, I mean, he's probably the
Milli
most
Vanilli.
he's
Frank
yeah,
was
Milli Vanilli.
amazing.
Thank you, Donkey. But John Bonham is
Frank.
probably the most sampled drummer, not only in rock and stuff, but even in rap and some of the other music. And then John Paul Jones, their bassist, is incredible. He's also
Oh my God, brilliant.
he's a producer. I mean, one of the most incredibly talented producers. And then you had the Who, and you know what? I learned something about the Who. I never knew this about them. Peter Townsend wrote everything.
Yeah.
Everything. The music, the lyrics, he wrote everything. And then you had freaking Keith Moon, who's crazy. You had John Entwistle on bass.
Keith Moon was just insane. Oh my
he's
God.
fucking nuts.
It's such a sad thing. I still feel sad that he died so young.
Well,
He
he's
was
the
such
dude.
a
What I mean, he.
genius.
Oh my God. There was a story they said about Keith Moon, and gosh, I gotta think of the actor's name. He died while filming Gladiator. He was Proximo in Gladiator, I can't think of his name. Gosh, he was a very popular actor back in the '60s,
Yeah, he was amazing.
and he was a big party animal, and he was actually going to be the next James Bond, but he just partied all the time, and they were drinking one night, and he was a well-known heavy drinker, and I guess Keith Moon pretty much drank him under the table to the point where he is passed out, and Moon stepped over and said, I'm gonna actually go to a pub and start drinking. I'm sitting there thinking,
God. My God.
this is and the guy, I'm looking him up right now because
Oliver Reed.
huh?
His name is Oliver Reed.
Oliver
Yes,
Reed, thank
You're
you.
right.
He died while filming Gladiator on the island of Crete. And when he died, he had probably about a half a case of beer, a bottle of like whiskey, drank it, and he was doing shots, and he was doing arm wrestling, merchant marines from England, and he just keeled over and died of a heart attack right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a way
Could
to
you
go.
imagine that? He ran up a huge ass bar tab. He was drinking all day on his day off, and boom, he keels over. But if you ever see some of his old interviews, the guy was just like a sexist, just drinker. He was drunk on most of the shows. He'd insult women. He didn't give a shit. But him and Keith Moon were friends. And they said, when Keith Moon would come around, it was always a big what's up, Mav? It was always a big to do about those two guys drinking. But Keith Moon passed out during a Who concert because he took an elephant tranquilizer.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, took an elephant tranquilizer, passed out. They woke him up. He was drumming and then passed out again on his drums. And Peter Townsend's like, we don't have a drummer. And they pulled some 19-year-old kid out of the crowd. Can you imagine that? And he finished up and played the last 4 songs with The Who.
That's amazing.
But I do love some Zeppelin. I love listening to Zeppelin. In my opinion, there's not one bad Zeppelin song. If you put all the albums on, I could listen to them from beginning to end and never skip over a song. They're just incredible people, incredible artists. I love some Bob Marley. I love some old reggae. I love some ska reggae too, the old stuff. That's always relaxing when hanging out and smoking a cigar.
So I guess I'm the only weirdo that listens to like strange electronic music.
No, it's what you like. I mean,
I listen
it's
to
teach their own.
electronic music.
But you blew me away with that norteño stuff, man. You blew me away with that cartel music. I was like, man, that's some hardcore stuff right there.
That's my favorite music. I love
Dude,
it.
that's awesome.
It is cool.
Have like territorial stuff like Sinaloa. They have like different regions in Mexico, and they're like they
But
are.
I like
pretty,
the stuff coming from
territorial, these
Sinaloa.
musicians. I like them.
Salsa.
There's like they have their own like even Justin Bieber kind of guy who's in it, and he's so good. I love that kid. I'm terrible with names. I can't remember anybody's name. But the young kids that are coming up in that are all like teens and early 20s. It's so many great groups, and most of those bands are just like they're only like 4 or 5 guys just doing their thing, and it's amazing.
Oh my God, Frank! That's Miami, baby. That's
CNC
like,
Music
that's awesome.
Factory. Oh my
I
God.
remember that. Back
Aren't
in the
CNC
day.
Music
God.
Factory the ones who did all the stuff for Milli Vanilli?
Make you dance till you bleed. Yeah, man.
Let
I
me
remember
tell you
that,
something.
dude.
They were
That's-
the ones
that's
who
my
really
stuff.
did all the stuff for. Am I right or am I wrong about that?
I don't know who did the stuff for Milli
Music
Vanilli.
Factory. I think it was CNC Music Factory that created Milli Vanilli.
Jesus, I tell you,
Here's the thing that happened with them. They had a woman, very attractive, very beautiful black woman that was in all the videos.
but she
And
didn't sing.
She was lip syncing.
Yeah. Yep.
So they found out that was not her, and then they brought finally the real singer. Again, good
She's a
looking
big girl.
black woman, a little bit heavy set, but the woman had a voice that was
Yeah.
devastating, man.
Yeah, but wasn't the one guy like this white
Yep.
blonde-haired guy from CNC Music Factory, and he was the voice of
She
Milli
never made
Vanilli?
the money. She never made the money that she should have. They robbed her
Right.
blind, that poor woman.
Yeah, there is like I don't know if he's the voice of Milli Vanilli, but
I think so.
It looks like
Could be
CNC
wrong.
Music Factory, 3 white guys, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'll never forget. I worked at a. I might be wrong about that, so don't judge me. I'm
I
just
thought
saying
it was
by my
2,
colors.
but whatever.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, well, I was
two.
looking at a very small picture.
Yeah.
But I worked at a nightclub. I was a bouncer, and that was like late '80s, early '90s. And CNC Music Factory was just always pumping,
Yeah, dude.
always
I'll tell you
pumping.
what, man. That was pure, man. I remember back in the days when Luke Skywalker and the Two Live Crew opened their club in Miami Beach, and they were getting shut down every weekend. It was insane, dude. Like the club could not hold the amount of people that just kept
Luke
going
Skywalker
there.
and a 2 Live Crew. God
Insane,
almighty, it took
dude,
me way back.
insane.
They were great.
That's crazy. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Back the good old days, guys. The good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days of Luke Skywalker. And
There we go. We have
I've
Asiera
heard-
Live from Spain, one of the best writers for Cigar Journal magazines in Spain. Asier, un gran placer de tenerte con nosotros.
Welcome.
Que Dios te bendiga. What a great guy. He's awesome.
Fantastic. We I God almighty, I forgot about Luke Skywalker and 2 Live Crew. I remember
Oh,
that.
dude, yeah. There was always like some altercation with him. There you go, baby. That's it right there.
I used to hear this every freaking night. Every night, DJ.
And again,
Go,
they
back
didn't
on
know
the
who
jam.
it was
Here I
until,
go.
like, almost like 2 years later. It was like 2 years later when the woman finally got her props, and she never even made a penny off of that.
Yep.
That was horrible.
Wow. That's sad.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I had the pleasure of being at a club when they performed, and she was there, the real singer. And I'll tell you what, man, you could not fit one more human being if you covered them in oil and shoved them in there, dude. It was a madhouse like this to watch them in Miami. It was awesome.
That's great.
I mean, you can dance. It's funny because it's dance music, and we're all like this. This is all we can do. Oh, this is great. Are you having a good time? Yeah. Okay, can you dance? No. It's awesome.
Here's
It's those comfortable silences that we land on. I love them.
What's that?
Listen up, y'all, cause this is it. Forget that old dance ad.
no idea why Tipper Gore was putting parental. Tipper Gore was putting stickers on the 2 Live Crew CD with the song "The Dick" on it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's great. Oh man.
I went to an electronic music festival a little bit later than that story I told you guys, and it was at the Miami-Dade County Fairgrounds, which was the only place that could hold. They had 25 DJs from all over the world. At midnight, they had clocked in through the doors over 8,000 people. It was a whole weekend thing. I mean, I can tell you the truth, guys. There's parts of that weekend I remember. There's parts that I have zero recollection, but it was just a fantastic clubbing days back in the days. It was awesome.
That's this was this was the one that we were talking about the other night. That a lot of people didn't realize this. Where the hell was that? There's Living Large. Hey, want some pussy? Hey, want some pussy? Oh my God!
There was a singer. Her name was Gillette, and the song was "Don't Want No Short, You Know What Man."
Here's the one that people when I first got this album or CD, and I popped it in my CD player.
Hi, officers. We had a flat tire back there. Do you think you guys could help us out? Nah, that's not my job. My job's not to help your fucking ass out.
Oh my God.
You know, I don't have any other way to get home. That's not my
love
job,
it.
asshole.
Body count, baby.
Yeah, freaking a lot of people didn't know Ice-T had a heavy metal band.
Oh, believe me, I know. Body count, baby.
And I was like, when I first heard this, they do freaking a couple of great tunes. I think they, what song is that? That might just be Ice-T does 6 in the Morning. And they do it to Black Sabbath.
Frank,
The-
Frank, I love Frank. I don't know who Frank is, but Frank knows them all. He's a short, thick man. That's
Short,
it,
thick
Frank.
man.
That's right.
There we go, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I gotta find that. It's God,
Run
it was
DMC, yeah, baby.
Run DMC. Got that right.
Frank put it up, yeah. They were
Listen,
great.
man, back in the days, we were all crazy, a little bit crazier. I'll tell you.
No, definitely. I mean, it was great
different
music.
time.
It was original.
Time, man. I think it was a different time. We were able to go out and have a good time and enjoy ourselves. And I think it was the '90s for me is one of my favorite decades. Period. I mean, just all the good friends. You went to school with, and you high school, and kind of were going into college. I didn't do the college thing, but it was just always hanging out with a nice crew of guys. It was just awesome. Getting into the occasional fight somewhere. I know Carrie's got a few fight stories.
No, none.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you're a
none.
good Catholic. You're a good Catholic boy.
I am. I absolutely none. I can't think of what song it was that Ice-T did, but he used the song Black Sabbath, with the church bell and the raining in the background. It's a pretty damn good song.
I can't remember the song, but I know what you're talking about.
You're right. God Almighty, I can't think of what the hell it is right now.
I can actually hear the beginning in my head now.
Ice-T, 6 in the Morning. Yeah, I can't think of that song either. I'll Google the shit out of it, and I'll probably find it 5 minutes after we break.
Yeah.
The Illusion of Power is Ice-T featuring Black Sabbath, I think.
Yeah, but that's not the song, no. That's
not the song? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, there's always Black and Decker by Ice-T. That's a classic.
Yeah, that's actually Black Sabbath, I think, with Ronnie James Dio. This was the old Black Sabbath song, what is this that stands before me? But it's that whole riff and bass line, which is their one of their off their first album, that they're known for, and it's here. I'll play the beginning for you because I know you'll know this one. I know you will. I'm dying here. If anybody knows it, no, it's not Illusion of Power. It's everybody's going down the same Google pathway that I am too. But this is the beginning of it. Is this? And Ice-T does a song to this, using this.
What a versatile dude that is. I mean, he really went from acting, rapping, metal band.
I mean, incredible. Reality TV. I mean,
reality TV. I mean, that guy's amazing.
That's right. He did Ice-T and Coco or something or other.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was horrible.
They do a tune. They do a tune with this.
Well, she had those crazy fake tits. I'm sure she still does.
Well, yeah, it's
They were
kind
not
of
real. They were not real. Come on.
They were.
They were really. It just got strange.
What with them? Well, she's
No, with the tits.
Yeah, very. Very strange. I mean, it was a little odd. Definitely. Yeah. I ain't gonna disagree with you on that one. But Yeah, she's I don't know. When you're doing fake boobs like that, sometimes they get a little too out of control.
Yeah, a little bit. A little
Sometimes too
bit.
much is just that, too much.
You think so?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Sometimes.
So
I
Duncan, what are you
I don't
smoking,
even like
Duncan?
big tits.
Well, I'm smoking.
Are you crazy?
One of the very few ones that I've kept from you for every now and then an occasion. So this is an old Edición 35. You know, I had I think about maybe 3 or 4 still stashed away in a little itty bitty box, and I said, why not? You know, it's still delicious, man. Aging it, letting it just do its thing for months at a time. There's not a damn thing wrong with that. We're doing that to a cigar. I think this one is maybe going on. Well, it's done. It's not. It's about 9 months old right now. I got three left of the 25 from sometime early last year or mid last year.
I was giving you background music, Duncan.
Oh well, sorry. Okay, yeah, and oh, I didn't know. I mean, the background music. So good flavor, good intensity. Uh, like I've always said, man, the Edición 35 is not for the novice. You can't just hand the cigar to your buddy and say, "Hey, have you ever smoked a heavier cigar?" No. Well, here you go. I don't even think this is a transitional cigar. I wouldn't do that. You know, if you smoke medium plus to heavy, you definitely say, "Man, smoke this." Of course, I love the barber pole, aspect of it. The two wrappers just gonna really work hand in hand with everything you had in it. Really on point, man. It's actually doing really good with the makers. So get good. Little zing of the pepper is definitely there, which I love that. This Maker's Mark, everybody tells me that it's a little on the sweeter side. It's not too sweet. I think actually it's a good counterbalance. It's a good counterpoint to the cigar. It sort of plays it down just a hair, the pepper. So it's
Yeah.
really fantastic with it.
Lars, we never found out what you were smoking tonight, buddy.
I'm smoking an old cigar from like 30 years ago. Well, it was a big Gordos.
It's a little bit older than
Oh,
9 months, is what you're saying. It's a little bit older than
A
9
little bit
months.
older than 9 months.
Yeah,
Just put it out there.
It's around
Little
30
old.
years old.
Give or
Something I
take. There
made.
you go.
No. And
Kerry,
I'm
what
gonna
are you
be
smoking, Kerry? Nobody's asked him.
I'm smoking a Big
smoking,
Tony
man?
right now. Big
Huh?
Tony.
Big Tony, baby.
Big Tony.
Big Tony. We're coming up on making an announcement very, very soon on who we're going to be working with, and we'll be producing our line of cigars. So,
Are you excited?
yeah, I mean, listen, I got a couple of pretty cool things coming out. Not only the our core brands, the Edición 35. The Big Tony, the Gringo, and then also the Sandela, but a couple other projects that we're going to be doing that I'm really, really excited about and very honored to be doing. But based on the way things are going with the samples that I've been trying, I'm pretty confident that we'll be moving forward with a factory, and we'll be able to talk about it in the next couple of weeks, and have those cigars ready by in summer. I mean, it's the
Summer is a good lunchtime. It's a good time to launch.
It is.
Absolutely.
And the blends. I tried to keep as close to the original blends as I could, but then I also wanted to take it to the level I wanted to take it to that I couldn't take it to. So, something like the Edición 35 or the Gringo, I wanted to, something a little bit more bolder or spicier or something that had a little bit more character to it. So I was able to do that and work with the blends and really be hands-on with that. So I'm excited about it. It's pretty cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Lars, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I just picked up on this just a few minutes ago. If you look at Kerry, dead on, and then you see the logo right behind him. It's like the sainted halo.
I
He's got like
know.
a halo behind him, man.
I know. I
Yeah, it's
love
so
that.
Catholic. I just
I
caught on
love
to that,
that.
dude. It's like, oh my god, he's like the saint of barber poles. I
And the
And
love it.
Frank,
Saint Barbara pole.
you could. I know that Cigars International and Famous Smoke Shop both carry a bunch of my cigars. So check them out.
And they're fantastic. I
Yep.
mean,
And then go to your
really.
local cigar store and tell them, get me Lars TNs.
I was just talking to someone the other day about it. Someone was, God, who was I talking to? And we were talking about your brand, and I said, I got to tell you, they never heard the story before. I said, I was working at Enterprise, renting a car. It was 1996, 1997. I walked into a cigar shop, and I smoked one of your cigars for the first time. I was like, wow, this is. And I remember the guy at the shop telling me, man, he goes, that's a different cigar. All these cigars in here, they're all good. That cigar is completely different. It's going to blow your socks. It's going to knock your socks off. And I smoked it, and I was like, yeah, and here I am. You know, it was 1997. Here I am, X amount of decades later, hanging out with the guy whose cigar I smoked for the first time back in 1996,
True story.
1997.
True story.
Dreams do come true, kids.
Yeah, baby. Hey, where is Frank from?
Frank, where are you from? But you know, that was something I remember.
Dwayne just picked up some of my Sampucas. I love those cigars. Those are some of my favorite cigars I've made. And I created that cigar when I was 3 or 4 years after I started making cigars, and I was 15 when I started. And also, Dwayne, you're right. If you put some water in whiskey, it opens it up so you can taste all the sugars of the wood, and you can actually taste the real flavor. Whiskey is actually one of the only alcohols that are a concentrate. So you really need to put water into it so that it opens it up, and you can because when they're aging it, they burn the barrels, so the sugars come out when the whiskey sits in the barrels or bourbon or whatever, and you get all those flavor from the wood, the sugars.
He's west of Chicago, Huntley, Illinois.
Oh, okay, Chicago. You can still. There's a bunch of places to sell my stuff somewhere in Chicago, but you can order. It's the online store, Famous Cigar Smoke Shop and Cigars International. You just go online and order, and you'll get them fast as could be.
Well, Frank, I gotta tell you, the only water I have in my whiskeys and whatnot, also Lars, is when I wash the cup and then I dry them really well. I'm a neat kind of guy. I don't even do ice. I don't do anything like that. Occasionally on the right scotch, just a couple of smidgens of water on it to boom it out, to open it up, but pretty much everything, bourbons, whiskeys, rums, all that, not even, no ice, no water, no nothing, just neat.
Yeah, well, rum, you definitely want to do that. I never drink anything colder with ice cubes. It's always just room temperature. But whiskey is a concentrate. It really will, if you try it, it will taste much better when you add water.
Okay.
I have to.
And room temperature water, not like even cold water,
right?
Because it bruises the whiskey if you add cold water. I worked with a lot of master distillers, and they told me that it was too bad because my mom was always a whiskey drinker. I mean, she didn't drink a lot, but she did drink, and she always put water in it, and I couldn't understand, like, why would you put water in that? It's an expensive bottle of whiskey. What do you put water in that? And she always told me, Lars, don't drink it like Americans. Drink it like real whiskey drinkers. And it wasn't until after she passed away that I met these master distillers that told me my mom was right.
I have to throw in a little bit of
and Brad from Zeal is a great guy.
Yeah, Brad's a good guy.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I've had him on the show. He's freaking hilarious. We
should have Brad on when I'm on too.
We should do that
because I love Brad. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good egg. I do put some water in. If I drink, I'm not much. I haven't been much of a whiskey person, but I've been trying different whiskeys. Ever since Duncan bought me a bottle of whiskey many years ago, back when he used to get me birthday gifts.
Shut up. Jesus Christ, man.
I
Talk
know,
about me
dude.
under the bus right there.
I know it is. It's horrible, dude. I'm not a good friend, Duncan. You know that.
You're an awesome friend.
I'm
You're
not
not
a
a
Yeah,
good
Brad
friend.
from
You
Zale
are an
does
awesome
carry
friend.
the Lars Teton cigars. You can definitely talk to Brad. He'll hook you up.
Yeah, hop on his
For sure.
on his website. Yeah, he's you can definitely get him there.
What was
But
that? Wasn't that larceny that I got you that one
it
time?
was larceny. It was. See, look, you remember that.
And that's from up here, by the way. That's only from about an hour away. There's a great distillery. They do larceny. They do conviction. It's I think they do 3 different styles. It's an old. It's actually an old jail that got converted to I guess one of these like whiskey producing or distilleries, whatever. Real cool. It's in the town of Albemarle, North Carolina. So if you're ever there, they do a great walk through the place and everything.
and you know what? See, if you bought me more gifts, you wouldn't be able to remember it. So,
This is very true. This is very
but
true.
that's
Notes
but
to sell, more gifts to carry.
no, but I'm just teasing. Look, I just posted on there for you, Frank. Zeal cigars with Lars cigars, Zeal cigars. That's what kind of got me into whiskey was that gift that you got me, and I with Scotch I'll drink it neat. With whiskey, I do got to add some ice just because it's just too sweet, and I got to add some water to it. I gotta have to do that.
You know, Freddie No, he gave me some whiskey that his dad made, Booker, and it was, it wasn't even available to the public. It was just his own private stash, and he hooked me up with this amazing whiskey that he had made from the 50s. It was crazy.
I always found whiskeys to be too sugary and sweet, but now that I'm getting into different whiskeys, I find that they don't. And a buddy of mine contacted me, and he's like, "Hey, do you smoke cigars and drink rye?" And I'm like, back when we were growing up and we were always trying to sneak alcohol out of the house and stuff, we never, as Brian McKenna, I never thought of rye, and it was always, back in the day, I would see rye with, fruit floating in it, so we didn't want that shit. It was like, let's get you get some vodka, you fill it back up with water. The parents will never know. So I got some Michener's rye, and it's pretty damn good. I was really impressed with it. I add a little bit of water to it. Had some neat tonight, but a really nice drink.
That's awesome.
I like Knob Creek. Knob Creek does a good rye too.
Oh yeah, Knob Creek is awesome.
It's very well priced, for pretty much almost anyone. You can't go wrong with it. But thanks to these guys, I've gotten into the whole Irish stuff. There's some good Proper 12.
Have you had this?
That's the one that is done by that guy McGregor. Yeah, Tullamore Duke. I've had that. That is fantastic.
This
man.
is not a bad Irish whiskey. I got it. Jennifer bought from Corona Cigars. Some Irish package. It came with a bunch of Candela cigars, a hat, and that bottle of whiskey. And I was like, "Well, hell yeah, that sounds fantastic."
Yeah, you can't be wrong at that.
Yeah, no, you can't. And it's the last time I had rye, Duncan. I had Caitlin and Kara came over.
Yeah.
Caitlin Mills, incredible tobacconist, Lars. I gotta
Caitlyn Jenner.
no.
Yes. She came over, and they had a night. It was just a guy's.
It was just
night.
the two of us. It was
They just
long
let everything
time.
hang loose that night. Everything was just hanging loose.
It was.
Just don't let her drive you anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But I had Caitlin Mills over and Kara, and Caitlin's a fantastic tobacconist. I got to have her on again. Just blows you away. She's very knowledgeable in pipes too, and she's like, "Hey, I brought over a rye that they make. I don't know who makes it, but it was rye specifically for Wine Express." And I was like, "Sure, I'll drink some rye." I think the show that night was 3 hours long.
Oh my God.
And I can tell you something. I was hurting the next day. It was bad news bears all around. It was like the show went that long. We were drinking that much. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Caitlin, Kara, come in here. So we were like rotating in and out. But it was such a great time. I mean, man, I gotta have her back on. She is what she's done to Wine Express in Simpsonville. She built the humidor. When you walk into a Wine Express and you see a humidor that is literally not your traditional, cigars in there. Just very knowledgeable, and the cigars she has in there are just fantastic.
Yeah, she's big on boutiques also. She's really super on point when it comes to the whole pairing thing as well. She
Yeah.
guides the whole process.
Yeah, when you go in there and she's working, it's you got on their side they're selling beer and wine, and the other side is all the different hard liquors. Yeah, you'll have a blast there because they do have an area. They have a bar where you can sit. They have an outside picnic tables. You go outside and smoke a cigar. Um, and just her knowledge, you'll leave there just with a bunch of cigars, probably a bottle of liquor and some beers. You'll leave there with more than what you wanted to leave with, but you'll be definitely happy.
Hey, Kay, let me ask you: did Caitlin some years ago, before Wine Express, did she ever work at Altman's?
Yeah,
I remember her from there. As a matter
she
of
worked.
fact,
I remember her and Kara working at Outman's
Yeah.
at the mall.
that's right. Because I
They
remember
worked at
they
Outman's at
came
the
in.
mall.
Well, she came in one time to Tobacco Plus. I was there, and at the time she was, wearing just one of the t-shirts, I guess, or whatnot. And I thought, man, that's cool. It's like I like because I've always said this. When people say, oh, you shouldn't compete between stores or whatnot, dude, it's not. I don't understand that. They were super nice. Well, she was super nice. She's the only one that came in super nice. Again, just a great person. Came into
Yeah.
the shop, did her thing, and I was like, man, that's pretty dope, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. She's good people and very knowledgeable. But yeah, she worked at Outman at the mall, and then the mall because their tobacco just. I mean, they had been there 15 years, something crazy
Yep.
like that. They just decided not to renew their contract.
Well,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, also, I mean, the whole mall thing. I've always thought that it's. I think that malls are on the decline anyway. So I mean,
Well, back then it was like great. We go to the mall, and Jennifer's like,
Oh,
"I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go over
yeah.
here. I'm gonna go to Outman real quick. I'm gonna hang out and because they had an area you could smoke in there too.
in
that's
the mall,
awesome.
Yeah,
in the mall,
yeah.
weren't they like on the second floor or something? Yeah, I remember that.
Second
Yeah.
corner in the corner. Yeah, definitely. They sold. They had a big knife area and everything else like like they do that down at the main Outmans. But yeah, I couldn't believe that they. She's like, yeah, they just decided not to renew our contract. I was like, really? Why? She's like, probably because we're tobacco.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they had been there for years. I mean, they were there a long time. You remember the old Boda?
Boda was at the other place for what, like 20 years or something or other?
There was Boda was at the old Greenville Mall, and then they transitioned that that's where the employment office is, and then all of the colleges have their admission offices and everything at this mall. So they opened up the new Greenville Mall, the old mall, but they were in that location forever, and then they just fixed. Have you been to the new place, Duncan?
No, I have not. Not even not even
Fantastic. And Dave's a great guy, man. The owner, Dave's just a phenomenal person.
Well, Dave, I know. I mean, Dave's awesome. I mean, I had the pleasure of meeting him in Vegas when it was still called IBCPR. They had like a breakfast for like the different like regional like guys or whatnot, or the people who were representing that. And I met him. I met Nick from Nick Cigar World out on Myrtle Beach and whatnot. A couple of the other people that were from the South Carolina region. So it was really nice. Again, but
Dave's a great guy.
Like
man.
what Frank just said. I mean, I've always been a believer that when you got stores that are so worried about competition and whatnot, I mean, that that's foolish. focus on what you're doing, enjoy what you're doing, and man, I just wish everybody good luck. If there's a brand new store that opened up, wish them well. God bless them. That's what I say.
And that was proof of that. Lars a couple of years ago. Now I've been doing a show, and I say but we've been doing it. Duncan and I started a show 5 years ago. And
When
this
Duncan was 25?
when Duncan was 25.
I was a young stallion of
He was
25.
a young stallion. If you saw the pictures, you probably thought we were both
Well,
freaking.
now I'm just like an old mare.
We've aged dramatically over the last 5 years. If you look at the picture of Duncan and I holding our cigars, I think it was our second show when I took that picture.
God,
I think I threw the T-shirt out because it doesn't fit me anymore.
Yeah,
But
a lot of hair was lost. A lot of hair was lost in 5 years.
Duncan used to have long flowing hair 5 years ago.
Duncan, I'm with you, baby.
But what was funny about
Love
that
it.
is
Love
it was about a year later we did this. We did an interview with Felix Mesa, and what we did was he was a boutique brand. He's a boutique brand, and he was doing an event there. But the day before the event, or was it the day after the event?
It's one of the.
I think it was the day after the event. We actually held a live show Saturday afternoon, and we invited. And now Duncan arranged this. We were at the cigar shop. He worked at the time, and he invited over 3 cigar shop owners
Yep.
from around the area. And Cortez was there. Cortez came in. Stefan came in. He's a blogger, very knowledgeable. And we did an interview with Felix, talking about his blends, the story behind the cigar bands, his history, the family. And it was probably about a good 2-hour event. And we had a blast. But that was really something that was unique because we brought in cigar shop owners from the area into a cigar shop, which is the competition, if you will, to interview a brand that, no one else was carrying but the cigar shop Duncan worked in. And it was fantastic.
And it was just a really good cool. Hey, man, just because we're carrying it, this is not exclusive. We want you guys to carry it also. We want you guys to have success with it, bring something to your customer base. At the end of the day, you're doing a disservice to your customers.
Right.
You're not really looking for great product for your shops, in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. And I thought that was one of the very unique. That was 4 years ago. And
5.
It was probably, I think we were new when it was probably 6 months into our program and we did that.
It was in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then from there we started doing more interviews with other cigar brand owners. We had Bilotti in, we had Mike in. That was a blast. We just literally just started doing more and more of these interviews. But that one still really stands out in my mind because Felix now is the manager and overseeing the Fuente operations in Nicaragua.
Yep.
So he's a very knowledgeable guy and one of the nicest human beings and most genuine people you ever want to meet.
Yeah, pretty much humble too, man. It's like the guy is just down to earth and like I said, couldn't put 3 sentences in English together. But we had 3 of us at dinner, and I had to leave early because I lived up here. And Kerry and Kerry and him stayed. And Kerry the next day said, "You know what, dude? It was like we knew what we were talking about. We understood each other, and it was over cigars and cigars, and it was just a perfect translator, dude." I was like,
"That's
wow.
awesome."
We sat in a lounge.
That really is awesome.
We had a great dinner, and then afterwards went to a lounge. Duncan left early. And Felix and I sat there for over an hour. He doesn't speak English. I don't speak Spanish. And we just sat there and had a conversation. And I literally enjoyed every minute of it. There was no uncomfortable silence. It was really odd because, he would start talking, I'd start talking, and then we kind of would pull out our phones and do some translator and stuff. But we both knew what we were talking about. Because the passion was there, and literally Duncan said it best. Really humble guy, someone who doesn't have to say I'm a humble guy to be a humble
Yeah,
guy.
it's just
You know,
his personality is
if
just
you're
that.
announcing you're humble, you're not fucking humble in
Yeah,
my
you're not
opinion.
at all.
You know,
You know,
Well, I thought I was the most humble.
no,
semi,
Humblest. Most humblest.
humble like, humble like. But you know what? It's funny, guys. My mom also doesn't speak English, but in the shops that I've been with her and stuff like that, everybody ends up gravitating towards her and sitting with her and just talking to her. And my mom has a great time, and people are
I
like,
talk
"Hey,
to your mom.
your
It's
mom's
great."
amazing." And like 2 hours later, they're telling me everything they talked to my mom about, and I'm thinking to myself, "What in the hell are you talking about? My mom doesn't speak a lick of English." And they're like, "Your mom is amazing,
Yeah,
wonderful. The stories, the cigars," and I'm like, "Are these people smoking the right stuff or what?" But you know,
I've
it,
sat
it,
with your mom and had great conversations with her,
it-
and
you know,
she's a
it's
fantastic
love.
person.
It's that sharing, that moment that when you see someone that's enjoying that cigar with you, and it's almost like a transcendent moment of understanding, and then words are not even needed.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
great
true.
equalizer. It really is, and
It's almost like when you're like a samurai warrior, a young samurai warrior training in Japan for the very first time. And you know what? You may think that in the future you're gonna be a great producer wearing a cowboy hat, but at that moment you're just like, man, this is perfection right here. Lars, has that ever happened to you?
Yes. I lived that. You know,
I know.
it is really funny because even now, that's like, that's really my thing. That whole world is my thing, and all the other stuff is kind of like my hobbies.
Nice, man. Look,
Yeah.
Frank says he's gonna be next week.
Yep, in
coming
Mexico.
from Mexico.
Oh, nice.
But you know what? It's funny when we talk about being humble and you made comment. There's something to being humble, and sometimes when you speak the truth or you're talking facts, it's just the facts, right? It's just the way it is. If it comes across as humble or not being humble, that's one thing. But I think, in my opinion, is true humility comes when someone speaks from the heart, and when they're speaking from experience, and they're speaking to you and not speaking at you.
Yeah.
And that's really true humility. It is. I mean, in my humble opinion, my humility opinion,
No,
but
no, no pun intended.
no pun intended. But if someone's being genuine with you and they're talking from the heart, there's a lot of humility in that. No matter, they could be saying, "Hey, you know what? Last week I was hanging out with Barack Obama, and we were doing this and stuff, and talk about stuff, and some people may think it comes off as braggadocious, but it's someone's having a conversation with you, and it's and that is the topic of the conversation, and it's from the heart. I don't look at it as being braggadocious. I don't.
No, dude, not at all, man.
No.
I think it's a beautiful thing. Listen, some people, like Lars. I mean, you've met a lot of wonderful people. It's not that you're name dropping. It's just your life has brought you into these circles with these folks. And I mean, I had the pleasure of meeting in my times in Miami some amazing folks. I tell everybody, listen, I sat next to what's his name, Gloria Estefan at a concert, and we were talking like we were just like next to our buddies that go shopping at Walmart. I was like, wow, Gloria Estefan, holy shit, Miami Sound Machine, and it was really really nice. But has that ever happened again? No, but that's nice. That's conversation. And there are folks out there that goes, well, I did meet Gloria Estefan, close personal friend of mine. I'm like, really? Close personal friend of yours? Really? Gloria Estefan, right? Yeah, go suck a dick.
I met
in a nice way, not in a bad way.
I met Gangrel from the WWF at the Miami airport at 4 a.m.
Is that the Road Warrior? What's his name?
No, he was the guy who was the vampire. Remember him in the WWF? He was.
I would not tell him.
Road Warriors.
Well, baby,
I met him at Comic-Con. That's different. This literally was like, I had to leave at like 6 a.m. from Miami. It was the only flight out. We were there at 4 a.m, and everyone's tired. I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, that's Gangrel from WWF. He was like part of this whole the Brood with the Undertaker and stuff. And I kept like walking close to him to make sure it was him, and he kept walking away. And finally, I'm like, "Listen, man," I said, "Are you Gangrel from WWF?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Can I take a selfie real quick?" He's like, "Yeah." I took a selfie. I'm like, "Thanks, buddy," and I just walked away from him. But it was like I kind of turned into that whole fanboy because I remember watching him, during the WWF days.
Kerr, I just want to say, if I was your consultant, I would tell you if he was the vampire wrestler, don't tell him to suck a dick.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, by the way. Don't do it yet.
If I was your
was an
consultant, I mean,
expression. It
do
was a
whatever
friendly
you want to do.
expression.
I'm
It
just
came
saying.
out.
That's why I got Lars in my corner with my.
Yeah, be careful. The
A
vampire
friendly
teeth,
expression.
they
A
can
friendly
hurt.
expression. It was meant in a good Christian way. I'm just saying it was.
But yeah,
meant in a good
there's
Christian
difference from those moments where you're like, man, that's pretty cool, whatever, guy's a nice guy. And then there's like, we did go to Comic-Con and we did meet Sergeant Slaughter and we met, the guy from the Road Warriors, and they're both freaking
The
great.
Nasty Boys.
No, Nasty Boys. Actually, at this one was Ricky Steamboat.
No, I mean, do you know them? Do you know who they are?
Yeah, of course. Brian Knobs and whatever.
And Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry Sachs. We can get Jerry on the podcast if you want me to.
Oh my God, that'd be fantastic. The Nasty Boys? You kidding me?
Yeah, no,
Love the Nasty Boys.
He's awesome, and we're very good friends. And he would love to do it.
Yeah, I would love to have
He
him on.
loves smoking my cigars too. So
Yeah, I would love to have someone on like that. That's
actually,
I mean,
I should have been thinking about this. I have a few different people I think we could bring on that would be fun.
yeah. No, that'd be
Couple
great.
here and
time.
there.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, listen, when you talk about like that old wrestling like
We
that,
can bring in like
fantastic.
Freddie No from Jim Beam, the great grandson of Jim Beam.
Yeah,
That would be a fun podcast.
that'd be really fun
To
podcast.
clarify, guys, I cannot bring Gloria Stefan on. I'm just saying. I just want to clarify that it was a one-time thing.
You texted me earlier that you could.
I'm just saying I can't. There's no way.
You texted me earlier that you could, Duncan. You said that you sat next to her. You said that you sung backing vocals.
But back in the days, we were tight. Not now. If things have happened, it's a lot of water under the bridge. Emilio came out of the closet, screwed everything out for everybody. I mean, I'm telling you, it's horrible.
Other things under the bridge.
That's great, man.
Hello.
But yeah, that would be. I mean, fucking, bringing on one of the Nasty Boys. I mean, I remember
he would
watching
be really
him.
fun.
Oh,
Jerry
my
is just
God.
awesome.
It was, when we went to Comic-Con and we met the Animal from the Road Warriors. He died last year, and Sergeant Slaughter and Arn Anderson and Ricky Dragon Steamboat. I walked up and I'm like, I remember Ricky the Dragon, I remember Arn Anderson, but I got to meet Animal and I got to have Sergeant Slaughter put me in a Cobra Clutch. That was like my goal. So I got a picture with Animal wearing their shoulder pads that they wear, and then I got a picture of Sergeant Slaughter put me in a Cobra Clutch.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, I turned into a 12-year-old kid at that point in time. Really.
Awesome.
An Animal was so cool. I said, I remember back in the day when you guys used to come out to Iron Man. He's like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was like, you guys used to come out to Iron Man before you came out with your whatever WWF, homemade intro music.
Real quick, guys. Victor Tiburon Hernandez. What's going on, Victor? It's a great pleasure to have you here. He's back in the days, he used to do some fun videos also. Great
Frank?
guy. Superb cigar man. Hey, Victor. Todo lo mejor para ti.
Frank reached out to me. We could get his brother-in-law who came in second place at America's Got Talent from last year.
That's cool.
I can sing. Or not. I'm just saying, or not.
No, we're good with the singing. Actually, talking about singing, Lars,
Yes, baby.
it's
ready
that
for me?
time. It's that
That's time
time.
to sing us out, baby. Sing us out.
All right. Okay. Sing
What
one
are
of
we-
my older songs.
What are we doing?
Which song?
44?
No, I'm doing a song called "Show Me Where You At."
Nice. Show me where you at.
Okay.
And ending with a preposition, but we're not going to criticize this English-wise.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, you can't look at my spelling very good. I'm not a gynecologist.
Oh my.
Some say I'm the local from around the way, but I'm the one who keeps a real 90. Let's start by putting your ankles up behind your head and let me go down and eat it till it's red. We eat it sure like candy from the candy shop. I pop that pussy till the legs want to drop. I keep you coming till you scream, oh my God. That's when you go down and finish my ride. If there's some haters in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. If there's some players in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Now you told all your girlfriends at the high school that I'm the one who turned you out and made you drool. Now all your girlfriends are dropping me the numbers and tearing up so much ass I just can't wait to slumber. Like a river I flow without no stopping. Baby, back the thing up, the pussy I'm a popping. Now go wash your face off and don't start dripping. Hungry as hell and I'm headed for the kitchen. Haters in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. If there's some players in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Turn around, baby, baby, back the thing up. Let me give you another shot of the sweet stuff. Let the honey flow like there ain't no stopping. Baby, lick it up like a ready whip topping. Cream steam like it was a dream, but never hold back, you know what I mean. Shake it where it's hot, baby, you know you got it. Shake it where it's hot, baby, you know you got it. Haters in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. If there's some players in the club, come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at. Come and show me where you at.
Show me where you at, baby. Show me where you at.
Fantastic.
This is how good it was. My partner was twerking to it, baby.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Twerking to it.
Show me where you
How
at,
good this
baby.
shit
Show
was.
me where you at.
That's
How good it was.
fantastic.
Twerking.
Oh
Love it.
man. Listen, everybody, what a great night. Remember, tonight at 10 p.m., check out Jeffrey Amendola. He's going to be on Cigar Coop. Cigar Coop's been around for a long time too, right, Duncan?
Oh my God,
Absolutely.
he is like
Yeah.
one of
Oh,
the
yeah. You know too,
granddaddies.
Lars.
He's the
Cigar
real
Coop's
deal.
been around for a long time.
He's a
you
good
know,
dude.
And Jeffrey Amendola of Amendola Cigars is going to be on tonight. And Jeffrey's another great guy too.
Awesome.
He's a good friend.
Dude, he's spot on.
You know, we actually, you know, he's got a good core line of cigars that we sell on the VSRCigarFam.com. I'm still waiting for his Padrino and
The cannoli, right? Have you got the
cannoli.
cannoli yet?
I've had the cannoli. It was actually the first cigar I had when Jeffrey
Leave
went.
the gun and grab the cannolis.
Leave the gun, grab the cannoli. Let me tell you something, bro. This is the cannoli you definitely want to grab when he went to and start making the cigars at a new factory. And the first cigar I had was a cannoli, and fantastic. And then Chris, his partner, who's another really cool kid, stopped by with some of their core line, and the cremosas just I say it all the time. It literally is deceiving because it looks like this Connecticut nice white band. It's this thing that you cut it, you think you're gonna light it, and it's gonna be nice and creamy, and it just hits you. It's a flavor bomb of pepper and spices. The Matoro is incredible. His Natural's
I
awesome.
gotta try some, man.
I got to get some for you, Lars. And then he does a Padrino. That's an incredible cigar. I had the Padrino too, and just the next level. I mean, it is really. I remember smoking it and telling him, Jeff, this is a cigar that's like, it's the real deal. This is game changer cigar. So and above all, he's a nice guy. He's a great guy. Check him out tonight on Cigar Coop at 10 p.m. When we wrap up here, I'm gonna go grab a water and chill out for a little bit, and hop on and give Jeffrey a hard time, and bust his balls a little bit. We've had him on the show here. He does rolling events too. Jeffrey's a roller. He's a cigar roller. He does events. So if you ever want to do any type of rolling event, give Jeffrey a call. We've had him here live on the show. I've actually traveled to North Carolina to where he is in Raleigh, and he actually did a live rolling event too on my show. So we got to have him back down here. I grabbed some tobacco. I still have some tobacco around here, so I bought it a while back, and he always stands me up, but that's okay. Duncan,
Yo, what's up?
your time to shine. What you got going on, bro?
Baby. Show me where you at.
Show me where you at, bro.
I will be at the Mooresville drag strip this Sunday from 6 o'clock until the last happy car and motorcycle is done. We're going to be selling the Noli Houseblend cigar. We're very excited about that. We're going to be enjoying it with the two buds here, Seamus and Mike. We're going to try to do a little live from there. I don't know how the sound might work out because it's pretty loud out there, but we'll definitely do some videos, some pictures. Excited. We got May events coming in with the Charlotte Cigar Week. That's Vita Hyde and Damon Goldie Robinson. Excited about that.
I got to connect with those guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We got 2 events with the Statesville Country Club. Fantastic organization. They also do a lot of great outreach for the elderly through the past COVID year. They have been really, really great as an outreach also. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm going out at 4 in the morning. Got a couple of places I want to visit early on. So thank you as always, guys, man. Truly, truly appreciate it. The website is operational. I'm going to send you the link. So Kerry, for the future, I'll pop it up, man. Like I said, I'm down with that. But we finally got some good stuff on it. I'm really, really happy about it.
Fantastic. Lars, you're up. Actually, you know what?
YouTube.
Check out Lars on his YouTube.
Yep. Check out my YouTube. Everybody like and subscribe. Leave a comment for me.
Definitely. I posted the Zeal cigars. If you want to pick up some of Lars cigars, you can go to zealcigars.com. I posted on the comments, so go there, check out some cigars. I'm going to tell you something. They're fantastic. I mean,
thank you, brother.
One of the things that blew me away many years after that first, introduction in 1996, 1997, was when you take it out of the wrapper and you smell it, you're like, woof, this is incredible smell. And then you cut it and you do the pre-draw, completely different from what you smelled. And then when you light it and smoke it, it's another level. It was 3 different levels impacting the 3 different senses. Your olfactory, your taste, and even the visual. I was really impressed with that. It literally was 3 different levels of smelling, pre-draw, and then actually smoking a cigar.
Thank you so much, brother.
That was definitely incredible. And I got to tell you something. There's a lot of flavored cigars out there. When I smoked your cigars, it was just this natural, aromatic flavor, and the spices are pretty intense too, man.
Thank you, brother.
Pretty
Thank
intense.
you so much.
So, want to thank Duncan. Want to thank Lars as always. It sounds like we got some potential guests coming up in the next couple of weeks.
I love you guys.
We're going to be talking about. Stay tuned because I'm going to be announcing the factory we're working with, and about some of the new blends and the the traditional blends we have and some of the tweaks to them. And really excited about that. I mean, we're going to have some Stogie Road cigars available very, very, very soon. So I appreciate everybody's patience and everybody's love. From Lars, Duncan, and Care, we want to thank you again for joining us this evening on Thursday. It's always a good time. Always another show where we come in maybe not a great deal of ideas or content, but we always sit here and we fill about a good hour and a half to 2 hours and have fun, man.
It was a fun show. It was awesome.
It's always fun. You know what? And I think we get a lot out of it. And more importantly, the people who are watching.
That was a good thing. No nudity, right?
No nudity. Not yet, Duncan.
Not
There's
yet.
still time.
Really?
But what's pretty cool about it is the simple fact that, it's not only are we having fun doing it, but we involve the viewers. I think next week's show, we should do a show that involves those who view. So when people pop on, if they want to be a part of it, we'll send them a link and they can hop on and join us.
Sounds great.
All right, guys, listen.
There you go.
Duncan, Donionoli Cigars. Lars Tetens from Lars Tetens Cigars. This is Care from Stogie Road Cigars and live from the Stogie Road Studios. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. God bless, and we'll see you next week.